Okay, it's I'll just round up. It's 10 o'clock by the time we're filming this. It is May 4th. Or I mean June 4th. Sorry. It's 6/4, 2026. Chicago Cubs win. The White Sox won the other day.
Yeah, we said we were going to lay back until we were going to put a new show on right after the Cubs got a victory, and
Well, it doesn't feel like a victory to me.
we thought we were going to do that after the Cardinals series.
Most walk-off season wins, which is 7. Yeah, it doesn't really
And,
matter when
we
you're a
thought,
fourth-place team.
We thought we were going to put something together after this. I still call them the Oakland A's. I'm sorry. But we are Hey
A
Hey.
little closer, please.
We're Hey Hey Chicago
Can you get a
Sports.
little closer, please? Thank you.
We're Hey Hey Chicago Sports, and we're here at the mansion. And we'd like to just before we start, real quick, we got kind of a new platform. You can catch us now on.
We're now on Facebook.
We're Facebook, so we sent out some invitations. Hopefully, everybody's going to watch them and respond. But anyway, yeah, the Cubs got. If you watch the game, Cubs had a big win tonight, and everybody thinks the way they're celebrating at Wrigley Field, you think they won the World Series. But
They play like complete crap.
in the big picture, this was another series that the Cubs lost. This is now the 9th series in a row that they have not won, and I say that because they split with Pittsburgh.
Yeah, well, they didn't beat Pittsburgh.
They didn't beat
outright.
Pittsburgh. So I look at it, the Cubs have not won a series in 9 series in a row that they have played.
They play like complete crap. Say it.
Yeah.
Let's say it. You're a fourth-place team now. Let's say it. Let's say it. You're half a game out of a wild card spot, and in all fairness, you didn't play very good today. The great hero, Pete Crow Armstrong, looked lifeless in center field tonight. I think I could have been better. I think you could have been better.
The pitching staff gave up 4
homers,
including the inside the park one that Armstrong
allowed to happen.
Okay, because it wasn't an error. He never touched it.
And that's the second time he's done that now.
Yeah. So, and then it just killed me to watch him get the winning base hit because now he's exonerated.
Well, no, let's say
and everything is fine and dandy.
because overall, and if you look at the Cubs' schedule right now, if they don't win in the month of June, I'm being completely real with you on this, people. If the Chicago Cubs do not win outright in hardcore consecutive ways, if they don't do that, they're screwed. Because they gotta go play. You gotta go play your favorite new team with the Giants, with the brand new coach that they have from Tennessee.
The Giants, the San Francisco Giants / New York Giants, one of the storybook baseball organizations, this year hired as their manager. Last year he was the head coach at the University of Tennessee. And he is now roaming the halls where Mays and McCovey and Gaylord Perry and Barry Bonds and Bobby Bonds and
yeah, in his first comments in spring training, I have to learn my players' names because I don't know them.
Okay,
but anyway, I was saying,
that's who the Cubs are playing next.
But as I was saying, they have to play the Giants, who are not very good. The Rockies, who are not very good. The Giants again. The Rockies again. They have to play Toronto, who is struggling so far. And then they got to finish off the month, I think, with the Mets. That's somewhat reasonable. However, and I mean however, if they don't devour those teams like it's an all-you-can-eat buffet at Golden Corral, then they're in trouble. Then they're in deep, deep trouble. And they're already in the trouble right now. Started off so strong and so big and powerful, but yet, and the argument will be, oh, well, all their players were injured. They don't have the offense to justify that. Nico Horner was not injured. Moises Ballesteros was not injured. Bregman was not injured. Swanson was not injured. Ian Happ was not injured. Pete Crow Armstrong was not injured. Need I go on? Carson Kelly was never injured to start the season. They don't have the offense to justify this. And last year, let me go another step forward. Last year, they broke team records. Keep in mind, Chicago Cubs, this is the 150th year of the baseball team. So last year was the 149th year of the baseball team. In the 149 years of the team, they broke team records of hitting home runs together, collectively, as a unit, as a team. And they still failed to be a division champion. Still failed to be a number one first place team. They were a wild card team. I think they were a bottom feeder wild card team.
They were the sixth, I think the sixth out of this. They weren't the last team in, but they.
So granted, okay, so you were a low tier, middle card, wild card team. Granted, sure, you won a playoff round, you beat San Diego. Good for you. However, you got your asses kicked by Milwaukee. You got your asses kicked by Milwaukee again earlier on in this year. And top it all off, in the 150th year of the team, you're not hitting those home runs like you did last year. And also, while I'm at it, Nico Hoerner stealing a base and he's out by a mile late in the ninth inning. You're lucky. You're thankful to win this game in the way that you did. No more stealing bases. I'm sorry. No more stealing bases.
If the Cubs didn't win this game, this could have been a real. I mean, they would have been swept by Oakland.
Yeah.
And they would have limped into the Giants game series, one game over 500, and at one time they were 13 games over 500.
They're a fourth place team.
They finally won. They've lost. They up to tonight. I think it was they lost 9 games in a row at Wrigley Field. You know.
But it's okay because Pete Armstrong got a game-winning hit. He played like complete crap in this game. Granted, he got a home run. Yay, he did that. He looked lifeless in center field.
Okay.
4th year in the MLB, and he's a lifetime 230 hitter. Still can't hit left-handed pitching very well.
You know, it's they got problems.
Oh, that's an understatement.
They just got problems.
Oh, that's an understatement.
Okay, they got problems, but you know what? You know, and everybody's gonna, you know, they won a ball game. But
good for them.
My biggest concern. Well, they're a 4th place team because they've lost 9 series in a row.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
And the argument would be all other pitchers are hurt. Well, the other ones who are not hurt are simply just not very good.
Okay. Well.
And they all have mileage on them.
You know.
$488 million team. Thank you very much.
Okay. Calm down. Okay. You know
It's my show.
Okay. This. You know the pitching thing. You know. They were not ever going to win a World Series with Justin Steele and the other guy that's injured,
Cade Horton.
Cade Horton, okay. Because those guys have had multiple injuries, okay.
And you're not going to win one with Colin Ray.
All right.
You're not going to win one with Jameson Tyler.
So okay, but I'm saying if those two guys were back and Ray and Boyd were not in the picture, the Cubs rotation with Steele and Imanaga and Taillon and Horton and whoever the 5th guy was, that staff wasn't good enough, even healthy, to win you a World Series. Okay? There's not an ace in that bunch. Okay? And then they went on and got Cabrera.
No. You got Cabrera because you didn't have a third starter.
Okay.
And you traded away Owen Casey because you didn't have a third starter.
So, even the guys I mentioned...
Good job.
Because the Cubs passed on, they passed on Dylan Cease. Okay? They did not make a move for, I think, Robbie Ray. There was another guy out there, Sonny Gray maybe, and they ended up with what they got. Okay, now there's still no timetable on Steele.
No, and there never will be.
Okay, and
Kate Horton's gone for the year.
Kate Horton's gone for the year. Okay, so I mean, and the Cubs scored 7 runs today. They're going to have to score 7 runs up, but the disturbing thing is, and because before we get on here, we kind of do our homework a little bit, even though we might be a couple of meatheads who kind of do our homework. Not Swanson. Happ, Suzuki, and Bregman. I don't know what the order is. Those are 1, 2, 3, whatever order is. Those are the 3 guys who have left the most men in scoring position so far in the major leagues.
That's not serviceable.
And
That's not suitable.
And then another thing was mentioned that Taillon and Imanaga have given up the most home runs.
So
you take those two
factoids, two
and you sit there
situations, and you blend them together.
How in the hell is this team going?
How they're going to make a postseason? I have no idea.
Well, they're going to make the postseason because they're going to. I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again, because the playoff system is so watered down that 7 teams get in. The Cubs,
if they can't make it in that form, then they really do suck.
If they can't get in,
then they really
with a $400 million team salary,
with watered down
playoffs, and they don't get in,
then there really is a problem.
Then heads have to roll.
Then there really is a problem.
Okay.
Because as you just said, they scored 7. They had to come back tonight.
4 in the 9th.
And if the Athletics can field a double play, they don't win this game.
Yeah, they had the ground. There were 2 ground balls hitting the infield that the Oakland A's didn't make a play to keep things going. With guys getting thrown out, stealing, and they still
by a mile.
And the Cubs still scored 4 runs. Okay, but they dodged a bullet.
Oh yeah, big time. But what's really scaring me, and we say it every time we watch them, they're not a young team. They're an aging offense with very little true, consistent, everyday power hitting in their lineup. Now, do I think every team has to be the 27 Yankees? No. Do I think every team has to be the old 1950s Philadelphia Phillies? No. But let's say it. They don't have true, consistent power consistently in this lineup, 1 through 9. Everyone's been the DH so far.
If
everyone's played right field. No, my point being, I'll let you get to your Dansby Swanson, but they're an aging offense that has to score a significant amount of runs because their pitching can't keep up. Their defense can't keep up. They simply cannot. When a ball is hit to you in center field, I expect you to catch it. If it's a fly ball to center field, I expect you to play your position competently and catch it. I'm sorry, but I do. You can have your Dansby Swanson.
If Swanson didn't get a base hit in that last inning, he would be hitting under $180.
He'd be hitting 178, roughly. Would he not?
178.
Yeah, and as I gave you my theory about it before, do I dare reference it?
Well,
because really, let's say it. Dansby Swanson has already won the World Series. Dansby Swanson was a number 1 draft pick. Dansby Swanson he played a College World Series. He won the World Series in Atlanta. He's been paid in 2 different places. He's played for his 2 favorite teams. He's rich and famous, happily married. Alex Bregman has already had a career.
But maybe
who else?
But Swanson, remember way back when Swanson was the 4th shortstop signed out of that whole group.
Yeah, he was. But I think he was the highest paid of the bunch.
I'll have to go back to see what he's the second.
He was a
no. He still has the highest contract with the Cubs, but Bregman, his annual salary is the highest.
So those two have already had a career, pretty much. Those two have already been paid. Carson Kelly is Crash Davis, or another type of Patrick Wisdom. Hasn't really had much of a career.
You know what? You mentioned that. Patrick Wisdom is playing. I was watching a game on MLB Network, and I'm flipping, and they said, and now hitting Patrick Wisdom. And I double back. I got to do my research. Patrick Wisdom is still playing Major League Baseball for somebody.
Okay, that's all well and nice. That wasn't my point.
But you mentioned it.
No, I'm just saying because Patrick Wisdom is just another he's Carson Kelly. These two guys who are late 20s, early 30s, haven't had much of a career, came up in critical moments. Yay, all well and good. But yet you're not going to build a team around that. Bush was a Dodgers prospect forever. Most of the team came elsewhere. As you said, Ian Happ.
I couldn't believe this. I could not believe this as of yesterday. Ladies and gentlemen, Ian Happ got his 1,000th hit. Yes, and then they made reference tonight. There's only been 8%. They said the total amount of Major League ball players who played in the history of baseball could not fill up Wrigley Field in the history of Major League Baseball. And they said only 8% of those people have hit 1,000 hits.
Okay.
And yesterday they ran a stat, and I still... Did Ernie Banks didn't get drafted by the Cubs?
We have to double check this.
Because...
I want to double check this. I don't want to just outright say it arbitrarily.
And yesterday the Marquee Network said, and I watched.
But this is what the Marquee Network stated. So the Marquee Network could be wrong.
Okay.
And I hope they're wrong.
And they said Ian Happ. Okay.
Well, maybe the draft didn't exist.
Based on players that the Chicago Cubs actually have drafted and kept in their organization. All time. Ian Happ is third all time. Okay.
No, Banks wasn't drafted. I know where they found him. He was a Kansas City Monarch.
So he was in a Negro League.
He was in the Negro Leagues.
Okay.
So you can make the argument he wasn't drafted.
Okay. And then the leader. Because I asked you, and the leader...
I had a tough time believing this, too.
The leader, obviously, is Mark Grace.
Well, yeah.
Okay. But the second all-time individual under the guidelines that I gave you just now, a guy that
knew it. I had a good general idea.
And the Cubs drafted, and he's second all-time.
Sean Dunston.
Sean Dunston's got 1,200 hits. And I was going through my mind going, and Sano didn't get drafted by the Cubs.
Maybe the draft didn't exist when they played.
Okay. But I had a hard time thinking that Ian Happ is third all time on this Cub list based on what they said. By who they drafted and who they've kept
Rizzo was
from day one. Rizzo was a trade.
Ramirez was a trade.
Sandberg came from somewhere else.
Derek Lee was a trade.
Derek Lee came from somewhere else. Your great third baseman.
Chris Bryant.
No, the other guy you really loved.
Ramos Ramirez.
Yeah.
I just said him.
Okay.
You just didn't listen.
Okay. All of those guys. And I said Glenn Beckert. I think Beckert had to have 1,000 hits.
Well, yeah, but maybe the draft didn't exist when they played.
So
I have to look this up.
So this is kind of a crazy.
I have to look this up because we don't really know if this is true. Okay. It's just something Marquee Network said, and if Marquee Network is wrong, we can tear them a new one on.
But then if you sit there and go, "Yay, Ian Happ's got 1,000 hits," and he's played 10 years,
that's 100 hits.
So that's one. Every less than a game.
That's like 200. Maybe not even that.
So do we celebrate? But hitting the baseball is the hardest thing.
It is.
But do we celebrate a guy that's hitting less than one hit
But
a
it's
game?
really funny to me. And like, look, I love Ian Happ. I love Ian Happ a lot. He's a tremendous left fielder. He's a switch hitter. He's a good player. He draws walks. He fights in at bats. But yet, I much would have rather take Kyle Schwarber. Because the argument is, oh, Ian Happ, oh, he's this detriment offensively. Oh, Kyle Schwarber's this detriment offensively. Schwarber's going to be a Hall of Famer with 500 home runs, and you gave him up for nothing.
Because
You're a fool.
Because with this average thing, if I'm going on my high horse with this average thing, because as I set out to some invitations to some people, if you're anti-St. Louis, the biggest farce of the whole thing is the guy that I can't stand is the catcher for that team on
Just say it. Just say his name.
Molina.
Thank you.
That Molina's got 1,900 hits or 20. Molina's got a thing where it's less than 100 hits a year for the amount that he played. Okay, so do we applaud that? I have no idea. But yeah, I couldn't believe that. But the Cubs did win. Okay, they played the Giants this weekend. The Sox come home. I think the Sox are playing. Are they playing the Dodgers?
I don't know.
Okay. And the Sox, if the playoffs started today, the Sox would be. But the Sox lost Murakami for 6 weeks with a hamstring pull. But
There goes American League Rookie of the Year.
Yep. So.
Should you be able to win the Rookie of the Year if you've already played 6 or 7 years in a professional league anyway?
That's been mentioned because I think Ichiro pulled that off.
I think Kosuke Fukudome. No, did Kosuke do that? I gotta look that up.
I mean, I have a hard time because if you're asking me, no. If you played in a professional organization somewhere along the line, and then you're coming to the bigs, and Major League Baseball teams have to plunk down millions of dollars just to try to get you into their organization, that means you have accomplished something somewhere along the line. And, like Imanaga, because Imanaga was up for Rookie of the Year.
He was.
And the Cubs plunked down millions and millions of dollars just to get to the table to try to get him. And Imanaga won, several, I think 100 games in the Japanese league. And he played multiple years, and then all of a sudden he comes here.
Yeah.
And then he's already established himself. And he could have been Rookie of the Year.
I think Seiya Suzuki was also flirting with that too at one point.
So I say no.
But Seiya Suzuki has played professional baseball since he's 18 in 2013 with the Japanese baseball organizations he was in.
So did Shohei? No, did the guy from the other guy?
The Dodgers? Which one?
The Dodgers guy, the big guy. Yes.
Shohei.
Yeah, Ohtani. Did he? I think he won Rookie of the Year.
He very well could have.
Okay. I get these guys mixed up. I'm sorry.
Oh wow.
But the guy the guy with the Dodgers is supposed to be greater than Babe Ruth. But I think he did win the Rookie of the Year.
I bet he did.
And people were plunking down hundreds of millions of dollars to just try to sign this guy, and he turns out to win the Rookie of the Year. But so we venture on with that. The Cubs with the win. We can to give you guys a little base if you're watching for the first time. We'll get into other avenues of sports. The debacle. Another debacle is now the nonsense between, because nothing was signed. If you're a Bear fan, nothing was really signed. Bears don't know where the hell they're going to play in the future. That's a big issue. We got a trivia question for our audience.
Say it. Give the question.
Trivia question. Who's the coach of the Chicago Bulls?
No one knows. I don't know. I could be general manager.
Because after
That's a sad thing.
After-
We could tell a story for Facebook people. The Chicago Bulls general manager was a video recording guy for the New Orleans Pelicans, and they were terrible.
and Billy Donovan walked away.
Oh, he left. He wasn't fired.
He wasn't fired. He
No,
walked,
he was not
He
fired
walked
at all.
away, and then now, since Billy Donovan left, and that whole regime got let go,
But you know
the new GM,
who is a video camera person.
and
I don't really know the technical name to him.
we follow Chicago sports left and right. One
No
day,
one knows who the Chicago Bulls head coach. The team, the city of Jordan. The city of Jordan. Not like the actual. This is a pun. This is a joke, but the city of Jordan, the city of Chicago, 6 championships and Jumpman and all this other stuff. You get my point. They had a head coach just flat out say, "You guys blow. I'm going home. Goodbye."
yes,
He wasn't even fired. He wasn't even fired.
and there's only 32 of these jobs in the world.
Could you imagine that? Could you? But okay, that just goes to show how much money does Billy Don? He's got to be loaded if he's gonna be if he's gonna say to himself, "I'd rather not have this. See you, bye." I'm not even fired. He's got to have a lot of money if he's man enough to be like, I don't want this. I quit.
I don't need this.
I don't need this stupidity anymore.
And then I'll sit out, and then I'll probably get a better gig next year.
And
but
what's so funny
he
of
walked
it is
away.
Billy Donovan. And what's so funny of that comment, he doesn't even strike me to be like the most richest or most coveted basketball coach in college or even in the NBA.
Well, he was coveted
Well,
in the NCAA because North Carolina had that opening, and Billy Donovan.
but look at all of them. But look at all of the. You know the college coaches more than me. Donovan just said outright, even now with all the NIL money and all the NBA, whatever, and anything you can do, he just said, "I don't need this."
and nobody knows where he's at. He's not
No.
taking interviews.
No.
He's just
They can't find him.
no.
They can't even find him.
And the NBA draft is in June.
It's in this month. And the Bulls have
The Bulls-
they have like 3 or 4 draft picks. One of them is a lottery draft pick.
And they don't have a coach.
You think you get that sorted out.
And they're going to rely on the guy who's the video guy to
They're
make.
going to be more horrible than what they already are.
They're a disaster. So
I kind of want to see them play.
we
I kind of want to see them
we talk about that. We're going to get
for how
into.
bad they're going to be.
We'll get into anti-Cardinal stuff.
The New York Knicks won, by the way.
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson, that's your favorite player.
Mm.
You tell the story.
I'm not big. No, I'm not going down
Tell
that.
the story about Jalen Brunson.
You know, as far as I'm concerned, Jalen Brunson, when he played at Stevenson High School, and I was at the state basketball tournament when he did this, and there's photos. People had their cameras out. Brunson flipped off the crowd and with the middle fingers, and it was on film and everything, and then everybody turned a blind eye because with that, as you know, that kind of profanity should get you suspended for the next game. The next game was going to be the championship game. They let Brunson play. Stevenson High School won a state championship. For me, I think that's an asterisk next to the Stevenson High School state championship. From there, Brunson went to Villanova. Now people will say, well, you know, he turned out to be okay at Villanova, and Villanova won 2 national championships with him, and now, you know, so I guess he might be one of the very few people who won a high school championship, a college championship,
And he might win the NBA.
and he might win an NBA championship.
What's so funny of it is he's on the New York Knicks, the team that hasn't won since 75 or 73?
70, I think. The Willis Reed.
We're close enough.
You know, when Willis Reed had the knee problem and he came out under the
And he
stands.
will be And if he wins that, he's gonna have New York City all to himself for next 50 years. It's all gonna be Jalen Brunson,
Jalen Brunson, and Spike Lee, and that other guy,
Timothy Chalamet,
Timothy Chalamet, and
Jerry Seinfeld,
and all those other people. But the only guy who can't get a ticket now is was it Oakley? Because didn't Oakley get kicked out by Dolan?
No. He got arrested.
and he played there, and Dolan said, "You're never coming back in."
He arrested him
in Madison Square Garden.
He had him get arrested.
I wonder if Dolan, if they rescinded that, and Charles Oakley, who played for, is he able to go?
He had him get arrested. He got arrested in the stadium.
Cuffed.
Well, he was pissed. The story was Charles Oakley was watching the basketball game, and he was pissed that the Knicks were playing like crap, and he was like, he was like yelling. He was like yelling and screaming, but like not really at anybody. And he was just like, man, it's like, he was all disgruntled. And one thing led to another, and he's like, you can't be here. And then he's like,
yeah.
I'm Charles Oakley. I played here. I can do what I want. And they're, and he got arrested.
Yeah, they whacked him. So I wonder if that's a good thought. I wonder if Oakley is able to come to the Garden.
If you're Charles Oakley, you probably don't want them to win.
No. So this is the kind of show that we're going to be on. We're now on.
We're now on Facebook.
We're on Facebook. So if you we were on YouTube before. If you can't find us on YouTube, go to Facebook. Hopefully you got some invitations along the line.
Meaning friend requests.
Yeah, friend requests, and share it with people.
Share it with people, or message us, or what have you.
Yeah, we'd like to get a little more traction.
This is Hey Chicago Sports. That's the name of this channel. It's the name of the show.
Yeah.
We'll take care of it.
So, because we were just off the cuff tonight, throwing a little...
most home runs of switch hitters this year, Ian Happ at 14 in the National League.
There you go, the Happer.
That's what it reads right there.
Mr. Coffee. Mr. Coffee.
And you still want his coffee.
He's got a store in Bourbonnais.
And you said, I will drive to Bourbonnais and get you coffee.
And for those if you don't know that story, Ian Happ's got he's got the tie to some kind of coffee thing, and there's a brick and mortar drive-through, coffee place in Bourbonnais, and it's his place. So
because if they crash and burn in June, if the Cubs, because I'm watching, we got Marquee on right now over there, and you said sarcastically that this will turn into a what was the word that you said?
Watershed moment.
A watershed moment. Changing of the guard.
The
whole year is going to change now.
Yeah.
Okay.
On a dime.
If they don't win in June, really, if they don't win in June at all, they're screwed.
Because they're
done.
What do we figure out?
Season's over.
If
they don't win in June, season's done.
They're 6-18 in their last 24 games. What? If they lose tomorrow or lose the series to the Giants, what they accomplished tonight is gone.
But what's even worse, and what makes it worse, and they were showing Rizzo in the front row, and you said he looked like a drunken fool, which he kind of did. He kind of did appear to be like that. But Rizzo's likable. The 2016 Cubs were likable. 84 and 89 and 98, and you get my point. They were likable. 69, everyone loves the 69 team. Hell, they didn't even make it. But this current iteration of them, no one likes Taillon. No one really likes Colin Ray. No one really likes Matt Shaw right now. No one really likes... Like this team's simply not likable. No one really likes Craig Counsell.
No, Craig Counsell's but
that's what would make it even worse, in my opinion.
And I got to throw this little sidebar in there for you STL people out there. If you're going to uncover a tarp of your own,
how about lose some weight?
Yeah. Check the mirror.
How about lose some weight?
Check the mirror before you leave the house and ask yourself,
should I do this?
Should I do this? Okay? Because I guess this thing started in St. Louis, and you know what? And they showed it all weekend long in the Cub Cardinal series.
And it was brutal.
The games were brutal in itself,
It was
but when
brutal.
they panned the audience
It's an entire section of people.
that have
whole
no
group of people.
you have no business taking your shirts off.
Come on.
Okay,
Come on.
all right.
Lose some weight.
You know,
Get a gym membership, people.
let the young kids
No. No. Not even that.
I don't mind, some
No.
little 7-year-old,
No.
but
No.
but some guy who just got done mowing his lawn
No.
in suburbia,
No.
and then he's going to go in the bleachers and start going topless at Busch Stadium. Okay, just look yourself in the mirror before you leave and go, should I be doing that?
No.
Okay,
No.
and if you have to think and pause for 1 second, your answer is
Then you're that guy. Then you're that person.
Yes.
Then you're that guy.
Okay, but so anyway, but please don't do that. And we're gonna get to more, and all of a sudden, your boy Marmol or what? Ali Marmol.
Oliver Marmol. Oh yeah. Oh, let me. Okay, my turn. Hey, Cardinal fans, and I'll just be cutthroat with it. Cardinal fans, you said John Mozeliak sucked. He gave you 15 years of winning seasons. Oh, we want him gone. Okay, great. Oliver Marmol. Oh, you all said he sucked, and he gave you 3 years of winning seasons, and now you're looking like you're a playoff team again. But with Oliver Marmol. Oh, but it's all because of the assistant coaching of the great Yadier Molina. Oh, is Yadier Molina the actual head coach? No, then he doesn't matter. I'm sorry. Then he doesn't matter.
They keep showing him and McGuire in the dugout, and it's nauseating. And I just can't wait. I can't wait because it's going to happen. It's going to happen because it happened to Grickich and Piscotty and Bader and Arenado
Wilson Contreras.
and Wilson Contreras. It's going to happen to either Walker
Ryan
or J.J. Redder.
And Ryan Terrio.
Okay, but Dylan Carlson, sooner or later, one of those you got win now. One of those guys are going to no longer be a Cardinal.
And then you're all going to say, hey, this guy sucked and he was never any good. Because you've done that with everybody.
Absolutely.
You've done that really with everybody.
You've done it with everybody.
And better yet, because we went longer than we want to go.
Yeah.
I'll leave you with this. Out of all the great World Series teams that you have, and I'll give credit, you got 11 World Series championship winning teams. However, look at your entire lineage of your team. The whole lineage of the whole team history. Only 4 guys are forever St. Louis Cardinals. That's it. Stan Musial, Yadier Molina, Bob Gibson, Red Shandies. That's it. Lou Brock was a Cub. Bruce Sutter was a Cub. Dizzy Dean, Rogers Hornsby were Cubs. Ted Simmons was a Milwaukee Brewer who played against you in a World Series. Albert Pujols was a California Angel for a decade.
And you couldn't wait to pack his bags. And we say, for our regular viewers, you hear me all the time, you couldn't wait for them to pack their bags until he got close to 700 home runs, and then you welcomed him back because the team sucked and you needed asses in the seats, and you used him as a pawn.
I think Johnny Mize was a New York Yankee. I may be wrong. I think Johnny Mize was a Yankee. Ozzie Smith was an all-star San Diego Padre before he ever was a Cardinal. Need I go on? Jim Edmonds was a Cub. Jim Edmonds was an Angel.
Where was Enos Slaughter?
I forget. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'll give you.
Was he a true Cardinal?
He could have been a Giant. He could have been a New York.
We're going to put a question mark on Enos Slaughter. We'll get back to you on that one.
Well, I'll give you Enos Slaughter.
But in the whole 100 and whatever years, you got 4 legit Cardinals.
That's really it. La Russa has more wins outside of a Cardinals manager.
Okay. And you might go with this whole World Series thing. Okay, that's fine and dandy. But
Cubs have 17 National League pennants.
And
Cubs beat you more in head-to-head. Cubs beat you in the playoffs.
And didn't the Cubs? And then the audience is going to say, "Oh, geez, this is before real baseball." But didn't the Cubs and the Cardinals play in a World Series one time?
Well, there were the St. Louis Brown Stockings and the Cubs were the White Stockings. But
And who won that World Series?
Chicago. They beat them.
So they beat them.
So you can make the argument they beat them twice.
So when
Hey, St. Louis, you're so big and bad, but you've had 4 NFL teams and you can't keep a single one of them.
So this is the platform we go on. But again,
don't have an NBA team.
the Cubs with a win tonight. They're now 33 and 30. 99 games left. Okay, so
Well, you got soccer. Good for you.
yeah, I'll go on a high horse with that. You what? Do you guys know? Do you guys know what June 14th is?
It's a FIFA World Cup.
We had to pause with that,
I
and I bet our audience had no idea.
I really didn't know.
Because you want to know something? Nobody cares. I'm going to leave you with this. There's 360 million people in the United States of America.
Half of them are men.
Half of them are men. That's 180 million men. You're telling me we can't get 11 guys to kick a goddamn ball and beat the Netherlands Antilles
And Argentina?
in soccer?
No. The women did, but
We
men
are the
can't.
most powerful country on earth. They say more kids play this damn game than any. We can't get 11
No.
guys,
No.
Americans.
And even better, I'll go a step further. The MLS, Major League Soccer, yes, I have. You know a guy. I know a guy. I know people who are. We went to Cincinnati watching the Bears-Bengals game. And the guys who they were big Ohio State people, but they didn't know who Craig Krenzel was. Won a national title, like, in the 21st century. Didn't know who he was. But anyway, they were going to the soccer game, and they were all big and happy. Okay, all well and well. I'm not downplaying it. But in the same way, MLS soccer, no one cared until, who was it? Was it Messi?
Could have been.
Or one of them came to Florida, to Miami, and
You're asking the wrong guy.
No. But he was doing like the Yadier Molina equivalent of where, Messi's coming. No one cares.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. The Chicago Fire, they're never on TV. The Chicago Fire soccer team were never on. No. Back in the day when it was Channel 64 on Comcast, they were never on TV. Now they have all the streaming services on like primary cable. Even then, they're never on TV. I don't even know, and they've won multiple titles. I don't even know any of their players ever. I lived in Illinois my entire life.
There's going to be, when this FIFA thing gets on TV, there's probably going to be multiple channels of availability to watch it. And I got to believe our viewing audience,
I would argue,
there's going to be a handful of you who are really going to give a damn.
I would argue that there are more when I'm going to go with only within North America. Only within North America, because we live in the United States. In the North American continent, including Canada and the USA, when the FIFA World Cup is going on, I would argue channels that like people wouldn't not watch, like news outlets or Nickelodeon or Disney or
the Food Network
or Food Network or the History Channel or PBS or Paramount or any other network that people, I don't really watch this, but there's nothing else on, so I'll watch it. I would guarantee that in North America, when FIFA World Cup and possibly the Olympics, those channels go higher.
Yes.
Because the people who watch the Olympics, they wanted to watch. Who was that swimmer?
The male or female?
The guy that won all the
Lockie?
No. Did you really just mention him?
But he won a Mark Spitz.
Yeah, but Ryan Lochte was like never-ending news forever.
I remember that because he was on somebody's talk show the other day. Which the guy that won? Yeah,
Phelps.
Phelps.
And he was going to swim a shark, and everyone was pissed that it wasn't a real shark. And Mike Wilbon and PTI had it was Tony Kornheiser and Mike Wilbon had an entire talk show on PTI, and they said, Mike Wilbon flat out said, and Mike Wilbon is a legitimate writer. Mike Wilbon flat out said, if Michael Phelps was not in any danger of him being devoured by a shark, I don't care for it. Because it was like this computer animated shark he was swimming against.
But anyway, you know, and if we're wrong, tell us, comment us, okay?
No one cares about FIFA. I'm sorry. No one in America cares about the FIFA.
And this is the kind of show, you know, and we're probably going, if you watch us regularly, there's probably going to be one or two things that, you know, you sit there and go, you know, that those guys, go comment on us. We're open for that.
Say it.
We want traction. Cubs play tomorrow. I think they got a night game, and
you're going golf.
Yeah, I got a golf outing.
Who's the best golfer of all time? We'll leave you with this.
Oh, Jack Nicklaus.
Okay.
Ben Hogan.
Okay. Well, anyway.
Okay. So that's all we're gonna do for tonight.
We went much longer than we wanted to, but anyway, we got to get going. So this is Hey Chicago Sports. You have anything else to say?
Nothing at all. Time for cookies and milk.
Okay, good night, everybody. Hey Chicago Sports. Goodbye.